Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ani Petrova and this is my first YouTube video. I already have a company channel called AP Marketing where I'm discussing all things marketing, but I also decided to create a personal channel because there's so many things I want to share with other working moms out there and entrepreneurs and people who are actually looking to start their own business. So I thought it would be nice to create this little platform, my space, and I'm looking to build a community and to exchange ideas, to exchange support, and we can eventually help each other. So yeah, with my videos and with these channels, I'll be looking to share my experiences, my struggles and my successes, and I'm aiming to and hoping to motivate you guys to follow your own dreams. So here we are. In my first video, I'm going to give you a little bit of background about myself and talk you through my journey so far, all the struggles and successes, and how I actually quit my prestigious corporate job, and became an entrepreneur, and I started my own business. If you are interested to learn that, please stay with me till the end. Also, please subscribe for any future content and let me know in the comments below if there is anything particular you would like to discuss with me. Also, feel free to visit my company page, to visit my social media profiles and connect with me. I'm very active on LinkedIn and I'm pretty much accepting almost everyone. So if you let me know that you've come through YouTube, I will confirm you and connect with you straight away, and yeah, we will be able to communicate. So here we are. I'm actually going to start from the very beginning. As you can tell from my accent, I'm not a native speaker. I'm originally from Bulgaria and I came to London, oh yeah, I haven't mentioned that, I'm based in London, UK. So I came to the UK back in 2009, so almost 10 years ago. Actually 10 years ago exactly. And yeah, to do a bachelor's degree in business management. So I went to uni here in London and I studied for 3 years business management, specializing in accountancy and finance. And in 2012, after graduating from university, I started looking for a job. Just like any other graduate, I started looking for this dream corporate job, but as you probably know, I don't know if you're based in the UK and you've studied in the UK, for the majority of the graduate positions, especially in the big corporate organizations, they have certain number of open positions every year, and they have graduate programs, most of them. And to qualify for those graduate programs, to land a job through that program, you have to go through a very exhausting, I would say, assessment process, an application process. So first you have to submit your application, so sending a CV. There's bunch of tests that you would have to do, aptitude tests, and then after you've successfully passed those tests, they'll probably call you for an interview, and after doing the interview they might call you for assessment center, which will be the final stage. But yeah, the whole process is so long, it takes ages. You actually have to start applying before you've actually graduated. Usually the application starts at the beginning of the year, you know, like in January or February. Most of the positions are open, become open at that time. So yeah, so you can imagine me in my third year. I was you know, I've always been a very ambitious and motivated student, so I strove for, and I was very eager to land one of those graduate programs, graduate positions. So I started applying to all these, you know, I started going to all these like career job fairs, graduate fairs, and collecting leaflets and getting information about all those fancy graduate positions and programs, and I started applying. And shortly after, a few months down the line, I got pretty depressed and yeah, demotivated, I'd say, because I got rejected from majority of them. You know, I would pass the application, I would go through the assessments, and I would go to the, you know, come to the last stage, and then there'll be like 60 people there at the assessment center, and you can imagine, you know, I was competing with people from Oxford, from Cambridge, and all these, people with lots of experience and internships, and yeah, basically I got rejected every time, and I got pretty demotivated and pretty upset about the whole situation. So after I finished all my money and my family couldn't support me anymore, so I had to find a job. I was pretty, at the end of the year, I was pretty kind of depressed and had no choice. So I decided to change my strategy, and instead of going after all those fancy and big names, big companies out there, I decided to look for any sort of job actually related to my degree to some extent. And by the way, at that time I didn't want to do marketing. I wanted to specialize because I specialized in accountancy, so I wanted to do an accounting job. And I thought, yeah, I'll just look for any sort of business role for any company, and then if I don't like it, that's fine. I'm gonna continue looking for a job, for my dream job. And yeah, in the meantime, and that's how I got an interview with a startup. I got a call from a regulatory technology company. I didn't even remember applying for them, but anyway, so they called me. I went to an interview, and I had an interview with the founder of the company, which was amazing. And the good thing about the company was that although they were very small and just starting, very young company, they were already working with some of the big corporates out there. They were counting them as clients. So for me, that was one of the big selling points, and why I started thinking, okay, it might be good if I have the opportunity to work for them. It might be good because I'll be able to build all these relationships and connections with all these big companies, and eventually there might be opportunity somewhere. So after like an hour and a half, 2-hour interview, in the evening I got a call from the founder again, the guy who interviewed me, that I had a job, which was great. I was so happy. You can imagine, after so many months of looking for a job, I finally had a job. So I was really, really happy, and I accepted it straight away. So yeah, and I started there. I originally started as an account manager, so even though at that time I didn't really know what account management was, but I knew that it was some sort of a mix between sales, marketing, and customer service. So that was great. So yeah, I was looking after their accounts. I was going to client meetings, trying to sell the software. What the company was doing, they were selling a piece of software for financial reporting to corporates and other companies out there. And yeah, I spent almost a year doing that, which was great. I was working very closely with the founding team. Actually, the founder was my main mentor and manager. Direct manager, so it was great. Yeah, but at some point the team realized that I wasn't doing such a great job at selling the product, because my main target was to sell and to generate sales, complete sales. So I wasn't very good at that. So the good thing about the small company is that you can actually shift roles quite easily. So they thought, at that time there was nobody doing marketing there, so they actually offered me the position of the first marketing exec, which because I've always had interest in marketing. I did marketing at uni for a while, and I grabbed that opportunity. I was like, okay, yes, yeah, I'll try that. So I started doing marketing, and again, I was doing absolutely everything. I was a one-man shop running all like content, blogging, website design, content creation, email automation, SEO, digital. Yeah, it was amazing. It's probably one of the best experiences I've had in my personal career so far. It was amazing. I learned so much. Yeah, and the good thing actually about the company was that it started growing massively. Yeah, so we changed, like we doubled the size. We moved offices twice because we were just there was no space. So yeah, it was the company was doing really well, so it was a great opportunity for me to grow too. But then at the same time, because it was my first job after uni, I felt a bit constrained, you know, because I felt that there's so many other things out there that I need to learn, you know, from other companies, you know, from working with other people. And because, you know, working from a small startup sometimes could be also very you know, could feel limiting, because you have limited to no budgets, yeah, or even for like personal development, you know, if you want to do further studies. So yeah, that's when I decided I'm going to look for another opportunity, and started looking for a job, and I landed a job. It's one of the biggest brokerages. It's an investment bank in Europe. It's actually a Danish company, but I joined their London team here. Yeah, and I was responsible for their retail marketing, which was great. You know, big organization, they have thousands of people there, and I was expecting that they're gonna have like this massive marketing budget, and I'll have all these opportunities. And again, the guy who actually hired me, a senior guy, head of marketing, he had amazing CV and some amazing experience and background, so I thought, okay, this could be my mentor, and you know, I was really looking forward to you know, joining this company and this opportunity. And yeah, but when I joined, actually the guy I was looking up to actually left, and then a few months later the other members of my team left, so everyone left, and I was on my own. You know, again, I was on my own running the show, which was great. Again, you know, I had this opportunity to now be you know, in a big organization, to finally have some marketing budget, which to my surprise and disappointment, it wasn't that much. But anyway, I had a marketing budget to work with. I had all these agencies and the headquarters team back in Copenhagen, so it was amazing. And I think I did pretty well. I think I was working very closely with the CEO and the management team here in London. It was amazing. But then eventually they hired a new head of marketing, and a senior lady who is actually amazing. I loved her. I loved working with her. She was so nice. She had so much experience, you know, there was a lot I could learn from her. But then actually, but for me, it felt like, oh, you know, I had to give all those responsibilities back, and to me it felt like I was moving a step backwards. So I decided that, you know, it was time to actually look for something else. And that's how I found and landed my most recent role, corporate role, for one of the biggest investment houses here, actually in Europe, but I joined the UK office, and I was responsible again for their retail marketing channels, which again, great team again. I had I was given lots of you know, I was given lots of responsibilities, but and lots of opportunities for personal development. So I did another, you know, I did other studies, but some further studies, you know, like for a professional qualification. But in the meantime, I had a baby, and you know, I started a family, and at the end of by the end of my maternity, I was kind of, you know, I was at a crossroad, because I mean, of course, family is priority for me, but here in the UK, I don't know in other countries, because I know that this varies, but maternity time varies. But here in London is 1 year. You get 1 year, which actually is only paid for 9 months. So yeah, but I decided, okay, I'm going to take that 1 year, and yeah, so after the end of that year, I was like, okay, so now, you know, at that time my daughter wasn't even walking, she wasn't even, you know, she just seemed so little, and at that time, if I went back to my job, I would have to send her to nursery, and you know, but she felt so, I don't know, so little to me, and I didn't want to I kind of felt that I needed to spend more time with her, and I wanted to be there for her in those early years. So I actually asked my employer for more flexibility, if there was, because I knew from my friends in the industry that some companies, they actually offer like part-time opportunities or working from home, more flexible arrangements. So I spoke to my employer, but unfortunately, and I completely understand them, because we were quite a small team. Unfortunately, they couldn't provide me that opportunity. They told me that although they would be happy to have me back, they really needed somebody full-time in-house. So they couldn't offer me that. So I left. That's how I quit my corporate job for this prestigious investment management company, and decided to do my own thing. That's how I started AP Marketing Solutions. AP for Ani Petrova, obviously. Duh. Last year in September, I launched AP Marketing. I registered the company here in London, and I became a freelance. Now I'm working remotely from home while the baby is asleep, or she's with somebody else. I'm taking any opportunity to work, and so here I am. I'm now a freelance remote consultant in marketing, and I'm really enjoying it. Of course, it's difficult. Sometimes it's very challenging, and it's tiring, because I have all the housework and and nursing, looking after her, and at the same time I have mandates and things to deliver. But at the same time, to have this thing on the side and to be able to be with my daughter, present for my daughter, and to do the things I like professionally, it's just amazing, to have this flexibility. So this is pretty much my story so far. In my next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how I actually set up the company and I started. And if there is any tips and any particular things that you want to know, please let me know in the comments, and I will aim to produce one of these videos on a weekly basis, or at least bi-weekly. But let me know what you think about this video as well. If you like it, if you find it motivational. So basically, my message is that sometimes the things I didn't have this opportunity to go back to my corporate job, but actually turned out turned out to be a good thing, because now I'm working on my own terms. I'm having my own business. I'm working for myself, so what better than that? So if something like this happens, please embrace it. And it's usually those moments are the moments where you actually you can sit back and think about the things that you really want to do and really make you happy, and you can actually start pursuing your dreams and the things that really interest you. So that's it from me. That's a wrapper. Again, please subscribe, please follow me on social media, find me on LinkedIn, send me a message, say that you've watched my video on YouTube, and I'll be more than happy to start exchanging ideas. Even if it's not professional or personal matters. If you're another mom, if you're a working mom too, please connect, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.